can finally know peace. I can finally know joy. I can finally know healing. I can finally know love. And that is what my journey has like taught me. And I am just so honored by all of you. Really. I'm so honored for each and every single one of you. For everything that you have taught me. For everything that you have sown in my life. For everything that I am because of you. I can't thank you enough.
So hi, I'm Evelyn Mejil, and I am the author of The Woman in the Mirror, A Survivor's Journey into the Authentic Self. And we are in this beautiful establishment in New York City where I was born to two amazing Puerto Rican parents. I consider myself a humanist, a philanthropist, an activist, a writer, a seeker of truth. I went on a global humanitarian tour. I visited 23 countries, and my main purpose was to just be able to identify a project that had to do with women's rights or children that had been victims of sexual abuse, and to work with that particular agency while I was in that country. So I think that one of the things that I really reflect on as I write is everything that every single country did. The people that I met, the places that I went to, the things that I got to experience, the different cultures, and just the exchange was a very telling story for me. But you know, there was a dual purpose to my trip. There was one where I wanted to help others, but you know, it was very clear to me that the one person that needed to be helped was me. I needed a space to be able to heal from my own trauma and my own victimization and what I had gone through. And after 20 years of my professional career and success and being a CEO, I felt that it was time to do that for me. And so there was a simultaneous give and take. You know, as I served them, they were also serving me to be able to dig deep and start looking at who I was past the victimization and past the abuse, past the trauma, past the pain. Who was Evelyn Mejil? Who was my authentic self? You know, if I let go of all the labels and if I let go of all the titles, you know, who was that person that I was looking at in the mirror? And so as I journey and I started to ask myself this question, I really tried to dig deep and answer those questions. And the first thing that I realized is that I had to kind of sit with my pain and really face my demons. Because I was there to, obviously I was there to help children that, you know, had been victimized, had been trafficked, had been sexually abused, and I was seeing a lot of, you know, the pain in their eyes, but there was also something else that was really interesting to me, which is that I saw a lot of the resilience in their eyes. I mean, these are kids that had gone through very horrific stories, experiences that even now is hard for me to talk about and repeat. And they still found laughter. They still found a way to be at peace with themselves and at peace with the environment, peace and happiness and joy. And I thought that that was really interesting, and it was something that I wanted to find for myself. So it was something that I was taking from them. The women were, again, resilient, but also just the tenacity, the strength, and the faith and the hope in which they marched on, even though they were in some countries that barely had, you know, resources for them. There were some countries that obviously their laws are not up to date, right, and up to par when it comes to human rights. These women found a strength within that was, it was contagious almost. You know, there was a courage and a boldness to them that I wanted to relate to, I wanted to embody. And I think that that's what happened in this trip, that every single place that I went to, I ended up, you know, integrating part of them into myself. And just finding a place where I can finally say it's okay. I can sit with this pain and I'm ready to face it, because ultimately it's really up to you. I think that the biggest realization is that, you know, being your authentic self is just being. You know, it's not about a title, it's not about a position, and it's not, you know, about a job that you do. It's literally how you want to live your life every single day in a way that it celebrates you. I started a foundation, so that foundation is now going global to do, you know, humanitarian work. So that's one of my passions aside from writing. But I think that every single day is just an opportunity, one more opportunity to, you know, discover who I truly am. And not only that, but also discover the power within me. You know, I think that, you know, there is something really, really powerful when you start to shed all the labels and everything that you can attract to yourself, because we've been socially conditioned to so many different things that we've forgotten who we are, who's our authentic self. And so when you get to, you know, kind of sort of bulldozer over all those walls and all those labels and stuff like that, you find yourself in a different journey. And I think that that's where I'm at. So it's just the beginning for me.
Just the beginning, huh?
This is just the beginning.
Well, I hope to hear from you more, see you work, you know, not only on social media, but, you know, I want to see it in TV, you know, and I want to make sure that people remember that Latinas, Hispanic women, we create and we do things and we give hope to the world just like everybody else.
I appreciate that. Thank you.